most business models seem like they suck to me, because like the online stuff is so like margin friendly, and like you don't need physical store. Like I don't know. It's interesting. I would never start a restaurant. I would never, like, there's so many things I would not do. I
But
just don't want to give people food. Like,
I just wouldn't. I don't think I would do the food industry, honestly. I think I would want something fun that I could go be involved in. You know, one of the things I mentioned to you that I think would crush here, because we don't have it in town. Like, there's all these like little antique shops and like furniture store. Like there's these different little things that
yeah.
every time people visit, like all the ladies want to go do it. And, you know, you go there, all the guys are just like sitting on a bench outside. And so I've always been like, how cool would it be to do like a tasting room?
Yeah,
like,
tasting room would be dope.
Let the ladies go into all the stores and the dudes can go and try beer, whiskey, whatever. I think something like that would be really cool to have. And then I don't know, man, I would want like a fun business to hang out with. And then I think I would just go for boring businesses. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but I was listening to somebody the other day and she was just like, I just straight up buy laundromats and it kills.
I saw that. Yeah.
Nobody wants to do that kind of thing. And I'm like, that'd be the way to go. Like, I would want it to just make money. I wouldn't want it to be this. I would almost want it to be boring. So I didn't want to be super involved.
Yeah. I haven't bought a business yet that I'm not like super involved in. So I don't know if I'd like that or not. Cause that sounds like soul crushing just to like be involved with laundromats, but it's probably not. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like I really thought about this a lot. Like, I don't know what else I would do.
Yeah. But if it's just buying a business and looking at the numbers and here's how we can tweak it and improve profit, like, yeah, I mean, I like it. It's kind of nerdy, but like, I like that kind of thing. You know, I know, you know, some people in this space, but just like to get to know more about events and things, like putting on like a conference or something, like, you have to have somebody, you'd have to have a great operator, because I wouldn't be able to do that. But I love the idea of having something like that and just being able to go and meet different people and the speakers and stuff. I think that's like an in to meet people. And I think that would be cool.
It's an interesting, yeah. I've had a lot of insight into that. And I think it would be it's probably a good business model. Like, I feel like it's actually probably pretty awesome.
I've heard I'm trying to think who it was. Basically did a conference, built it up, sold it for millions of dollars. And then they were like, let's do this again. And they just went into another industry and just did it. Just started repeating it every 3 years, flipping a conference basically in different industries. And they don't know anything about the industries. It's just, we have the model.
Yeah. You don't need, I guess you just hire I think the hard part about that business is dealing with like the talent. Like, I think the talent and negotiating the contracts and like getting, you know, everybody's got so much like ego and like, oh, I'm the best. Like, I think that's the part that's like the difficult part of it, you know, getting because you got to find people to attract but
that just goes back to like, I wouldn't do anything without a good operator if it's outside of like our little wheelhouse here and what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I don't know. I think you'd have to hire somebody like that, because I've seen people do it like from the ground up, but man, it's like, I don't know. It's like everything else. Everything's a grind. That one seems kind of cool though, because you do work really hard like the entire year for like 1 week. Like, yeah, it's an interesting thing about that model, but it does seem kind of fun though.
But to me, and that just kind of goes to like, I only want to do that if like can be involved in some of the planning and like the strategy somebody else is executing. And when the event happens, I would want the conference equivalent of the wedding coordinator. Like, I'm going to be the dad in this situation, like the father of the bride. Right. So I'm going to go and like, they're going to handle all that stuff. The coordinator is going to handle that. And like, I'm just going to go hang out with people backstage and in the lobby bar.
Yeah.
That would be my condition.
Yeah. Like the last conference I went to, the guy that owns it, like, was just playing golf the whole week.
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much.
Seemed pretty cool. You know, I was like, dang, that's probably the way to set it up. But it didn't used to be like that. Like, I remember he was like in the guts of it, but it's probably so big now that he can kind of step away. And I think he hired a good operator. So I don't know. I think winery is still the route I'd go.